Hey beautiful child of God, it's Jasmine and welcome back to my channel Stay Classy by Jazzy. I'm doing a random vlog because I really just wanted to do something that was a little less produced. Maybe I don't know, I just started a series for December called Honey for the Soul. It's a series based around kind words and positive news stories to kind of bring some light during this holiday season because I know it's different for a lot of us this year. I've been doing that, but that's more like scripted kind of work where I have like an outline of what I want to say. I'm doing research on the stories. I'm producing with like a ring light and everything, but I'm really missing this more casual, simplified video where I can sit down and chat. I'm actually about to deep condition my hair. It's been a hot minute since I deep conditioned my hair. My hair has been dry, and honestly, I have been really complacent in taking care of myself. Anyways, I thought I would turn on the camera and do more of like a simple chit chat with you, kind of catching up, especially since I have one more semester left of college, and a lot of you who watch my videos have found me through my college videos. So just talking about what to expect as I transition from college to like post-grad and adulthood, how I'm doing emotionally, spiritually, physically, all that stuff. Just kind of like a girl chat talk, like if we were to sit across from each other. But yeah, that's the video. So I'm using this spray bottle. It's a 360 one where you just kind of spray and it's like, that was my leg, just spray. And it stays for like a longer lasting mist, and it's from Joyful Bee, from Joy Wade. She's a fellow like college YouTuber. Well, actually she just graduated recently, so she's a post-grad YouTuber and she has her own hair care line. And then I have my trusty wide tooth comb, the same one that my mom has. Used it for years, love it. It's like a staple. And then I'm doing a mixture of conditioning creams. So I have Softer Pure, which is like what I mainly use for like my shampoo and everything. It's the restorative conditioning mask, and I'm basically almost out. I only have a little piece of hair, so I'm almost out, to be honest. So I'm going to mix that with some of the Main Choice Tropical Moringa. I keep saying it wrong. In my video that I talked about this like last year, I called it Moringa, and it's Moringa, but it's the Main Choice. And I love the color. It's my favorite color, and it smells really good too. If I could, oh my word, if I can get a candle and the scent, it'd be really good. So I'm just going to pour a little, not a little bit, quite a bit, because I have a lot of hair, into this little container. I'm going to shake it up and apply it. Just look at that stream, it's so tiny. Take my ring off, and I'm gonna let this hair go. I finger detangled it. Oh, this is a nice look. What do you think of my hair? Goodness. Alright, so I detangled my hair. Oh my goodness, ow. You say you want lots of hair. Do you really? I'm very blessed. Oh my goodness, it's really bad light. Don't get me wrong, I am very happy with the hair that I have, and I feel very blessed to have it, but it's a lot of maintenance, let me just tell you. But like I said in the beginning, I just wanted this to be super casual, chit-chatty. I've just been thinking a lot, especially now, like I'm on break for like a month and some change, about where I am in life. Do I like where I am in life? Do I like the trajectory I'm going? Just thinking about the time I spent in college now that I literally have registered for my last semester, and you know what my future plans, like what is that going to entail. So I think one of the biggest things that I'm sure you're probably interested in is like, well, one, am I planning to go to grad school after college? And I answered this in a college Q&A video that I did like a while ago. I'll put it up here somewhere. But my original plan was to go to grad school to be a speech language pathologist, which if you don't know what that is, it's essentially a person who works with individuals like children or maybe elderly who have speech disorders, or they have swallowing disorders, so it might affect their feeding, ability to eat, to speak, to talk, all that stuff, and like so much in between. That was my original plan. I was going to be a pediatric, specifically speech pathologist, because I love kids, I love working with them. They make life so much fun. But I could not ignore the feeling I had that this wasn't the right path, which was kind of scary because I was like, okay, this is something I want to do. I'm going to do it. And then to decide not to Not necessarily at the last minute, but at a time where I didn't think I would be changing my major. And again, I feel like this video, I'm gonna be like, check out this video, but I made videos in the past talking about this, certain elements of this, where I changed my major and I explain why. I'll put that up here as well if you're interested in seeing that. But essentially, as much as I could see myself in the position, I felt like I was talking myself up to be in that position. Not that I wouldn't be good in it, not that I wouldn't do the work necessary to get the degree and to go to grad school, but I just felt like in my heart it wasn't the right fit. It's hard to explain because, you know, there's plenty of jobs out there that we'd be really good at because of our skill set, but not jobs that we're called to. Does that make sense? So I didn't feel like I was called to. When I would go and I shadow planted lots of people, different clinics. I had phone interviews and talked to people, and I just could not, for the life of me, feel like a genuine sense of joy and excitement for the field. I just made myself feel that way because I'm like, well, this is a concrete plan, and my next step is there for me. I'm going to grad school. So since I changed my major to corporate communications from psychology, things have changed, and I'm in a completely different field. I like my major, I really do. I remember when I changed my major, I wanted so badly to be upset, but I was just so happy, and people could tell that. It was crazy. People were like, you just seem so much happier that you changed, and I was, and I am. But I'm just like, well, for one, I haven't shared with you, but I shared with it on my Instagram. I have an internship lined up for the spring, and it's in training and development, which is a completely different field I've never even really heard of or knew about. So now I have a whole internship in a field that I didn't even know existed until this semester. I'm trying to surrender my life plans to God. It's hard because I'm like, why am I in consulting and why am I doing this? Why do I have this major? Why do I have this internship? I'm like asking myself constantly, like, me and consulting and training and development, like what? I never thought this would be an option. Never knew it was an option. So we'll see what happens after the end of the semester. I might really end up loving my internship and loving the consulting and training field and going into it. My hair is so dry, I'm shedding like crazy. Do you see that? I just gently pulled. That's not good. So yeah, that's the field that I'm planning to go into as of right now until something changes. I will be honest and say that another reason why it's been kind of hard for me to kind of solely be like, okay, let's go straight into this field, is because I have this YouTube channel, I have my Instagram page, I have my podcast, which I don't take lightly because I feel like it's truly a gift that God's given me to be able to serve you, my classy crew. And it's really a ministry. It's not just a YouTube page, it's not just an Instagram page, it's not just a podcast. I am ministering to people. I am taking care of, I am tasked to take care of you guys and serve you well. Part of me is like, there's so much opportunity in this. There's people who are making this thing like social media, not necessarily social media, but like digital media and content creation. There's people willing to, and people have paid for me for my social media services in the past. So like, what do I go for? Do I go for consulting and training and development in the business world and communication world? Or do I commit and fully give myself to whatever ministry God has allowed me to create in the digital space? Because if I go 100%, I have to go hard. I gotta commit and not be afraid to do well. I think I'm afraid of success. I'm afraid of success because I don't know. Maybe that's something I actually could talk about in a podcast episode or maybe in a future video. That's all I have to say. My future is unknown and it's scary. I'm going to admit that. I'm afraid, but I'm also excited because there's so much opportunity there. A lot can happen in just the next 3 to 4 months. By the way, I'm graduating in April, not May. I really got to cling on to the Lord in this season, this upcoming season. My camera's about to die. So I'm going to charge it and be right back. Okay, I charged my camera a little bit and I went ahead and finished this side of my hair and as well as the back portions. So I only have 2 more sections left. I looked back to see what I was talking about. So I talked about my future plans after college, my internship, which is really exciting. I think the next question would be how do I feel about graduating in April? Because I mentioned that before I left. It's couple weeks difference, but it's earlier than expected. This whole semester, it hasn't felt real. It still doesn't feel real. I don't know if it'll feel real until I even walk that stage. I don't know. I think because so much has happened this year that I forgot about certain happy moments and exciting moments. For example, my birthday when I turned 21, that's such a big birthday. However, I've just kind of so much is going on. It feels kind of wrong to celebrate. So like it just feels not wrong to celebrate the fact I'm graduating, because girl, I worked hard, okay? It's just like, I can't believe it's happening during this season of life, and I feel honestly numb. I don't really have any feelings toward it right now. I'm hoping that I will not feel numb in the coming months, but we'll see. I'm just trying to enjoy every moment. I will say this, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I think part of the reason why I feel like it's weird that I'm graduating and I'm kind of numb to it, it's like in my mind when I was in high school, I imagine myself as a senior in college differently. Like we all have different expectations of ourselves. Like in high school, I thought at this stage of life I would be getting ready to graduate from culinary school, not like regular college. So like it's interesting to see how much my life has changed in just almost 4 years. And to be even super honest, I think a lot of my expectation was centered around how I would look physically and like relationship status, which I know being in a relationship is not everything, but I do tend to romanticize. I'm a hopeless romantic. I romanticize what it's like to be in a relationship often, and you know, I desire that, but I also know like I'm very career oriented, and even though I desire to be in a relationship, I know in my heart I'm not ready. I thought in college like I would have that college story that they showed a lot in like movies about bringing your boyfriend home for Thanksgiving, whatever. Never happened. And just being in a relationship, not to say that I haven't had experiences, but never like a real true like relationship. And I also have a video about that, about appreciating your singleness. I'll put it up here. I read a book about it. I'm Pastor Mike Todd. Relationship Goals. Listen to his new song. I guess it's not new anymore, but like recent song, Relationship Goals. It's about, like I talked about physically, I could also, there's so many videos I can talk about this, because like my demographic is over 85% females. So like I'm gonna talk to my ladies, but in my mind, I thought that I'll have a grown body, meaning like I would have like hips galore and like just like a very shapely body, and I look more mature and just like a woman, what I envision a woman to be, the way the media portrays it. Like I just thought I would look more grown up and mature physically, and that I feel very insecure because I have a very young looking face. I get told I look like a freshman often, and I'm like, that's cool, but I'm also a senior. It is an insecurity of mine, just how I'm more on the petite side and everything, and I don't want to sound like I'm ungrateful. Again, everyone's body is beautiful in their own shape and size. If you think about it, if you think about the relationship, God as the clay maker, as the potter, and you are the clay, he's molding you. He made no mistake. And I have to constantly remind myself that he made no mistake the way he made me, and that I'm starting on this journey to really truly appreciating myself. Like recently I had a moment where I put on a pair of jeans, and even though I was like, I got no butt, I was like, wait, I feel good. Like the jeans fit me, and I had an aha moment. I was like, I like my body right now. Like, why don't I just learn to dress for my body type? Like, why don't I just learn to like pick clothes that make me feel good about myself? This is all over the place, but like, yeah. College, in terms of expectations, I had a lot of expectation, like relationship wise, expectation about how I would look and where I would be, and none of my expectations met the reality. And I would like to say that my reality is better than my expectations. A word of wisdom from this chat is like, don't allow your expectation of yourself going into college and college itself to stop you from appreciating the reality of the situation. Movies and media and other people, YouTube channels, other people's college experiences are their own experiences, their own interpretation and portrayal of college. College is going to be something so unique to yourself. If you ask every single student that went to your college how was their college experience, no one would have the exact same experience. If I can go back in time and tell myself one thing, I would say don't allow your expectation to let you feel bad about where you are in life, because I consider myself very lucky where I am in life. Very blessed. Not lucky, but blessed. Like, you know, being able to graduate from college, being able to have remained on the dean's list all throughout college, being able to have a credible group of friends, great professors, I have an internship, I've got a chance to meet and network with people. So many great things that happen in college, and I never even dreamed or expected it to happen. So reality here, expectations here, make sure it's here and not here. Something else I've noticed is just, oh, there's so much I want to talk about. Oh my goodness. As you get older in college, you're in college with people who are your same age as you or older, and they're at different stages of life, and you'll start noticing people, if not already now, if you're in high school, like seniors, like people are getting engaged and getting married, and you're just like, oh my word, I feel behind in life. The only reason we feel behind in life is because we have set up our own timetable for ourselves, and so has everyone else around you. And just because someone else is achieving something on your timetable before you do does not necessarily make you behind. It's all relative. For example, oh my word, I feel like I'm teaching. But for example, if you were right here and this person's right here, and you guys are walking in a line, technically you are behind. This is you and this is the person. Technically you are behind that person. But if you were to swap positions, that person would be behind you. So it's all about perspective. Essentially, we can't be behind in life if our timetables, if our life journeys are all different. We're not functioning on the same timetable. We are not meant to achieve things at the same time, because if all of us were achieving things at the same time, that would be a lot of people graduating at once, a lot of people getting married at once, a lot of people finding homes at once, getting jobs at once. Like, we all have to be at different stages of life. Think about it. How can we look to our elders for wisdom if we are all in the same position of life? They have to be at a certain level position. They have to be at a certain different age. They have to have a different level of experience to be able to share that wisdom with us. I digress. I'm learning to be content, and it's hard sometimes at where I am in life, and that I'm not necessarily behind. I'm on time for what God has for me. So for anybody who feels like they're behind in life, you're not behind. You are right where you need to be, and I know that's what everyone tells you, and it sounds very cliche, but I hope my explanation made sense and encouraged you in some way. This has been a long video. You could definitely make some of these topics into its own video. If you want to hear me talk about something more in depth that I talked about in this chit chat video, let me know. I'm going to finish my hair and cover it in like a shower cap to kind of help with the deep conditioning. And then I'm going to do some creative work for the day. But I hope that you enjoyed this little chat. It was very, very chill. It's like really cloudy outside. Very chill Tuesday. Maybe I'll do another chit chat in the future. Thanks so much for joining me for today's video. I hope you have a great rest of your week or weekend, depending when I upload this video. And I hope you've been enjoying the Honey for the Soul series. If you haven't checked it out, you should definitely do. I think it will make your day a little sweeter. And I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to stay classic here, which means cherish life and simply surprise yourself. Bye.